Okay, let's speed it up. AEO. Seven nine eight 598. Two point 2.2, 5.5. See, you got some hitters over here. 2.2, 6.3, 1.8. Yeah, that's a team's a hitter team. ASG. 3.8. No. If they're not K40, I ain't even gonna check them. That's it. One guy kind of sucks, being a lone wolf, but GRD. Nothing. Not worth mentioning. Bro, 488728. Alright, we got. Yeah. This team actually fought against me. 15. We got a 15. When I say fought against me, means they unshielded. Nobody hit me. Sherbert, 13. Two. 4. So there you go, bro. Place you want to look at. Vietnam. .3. I believe somebody scouted him. That was a trap house or something. Okay. There, no count. Best thing, you might catch a bubble drop there. Crazy. This is the other big thing. Six. One. Zippo. Me and Zippo went around and around and around. He's a super trap house. He has really good layering. He's got it set up correct. I'll show you his report and how you should be stacking your houses. It was very hard for me to hit him, but I did it. So stick around, don't leave. Conan, I hit Conan too, 5.2. He was tough. This guy stayed shielded, but he was subject to reinforce Conan. He was quick to throw a reinforcer in there. Something to watch out for. 3.6. Well, like that's the extent of their power. It's 488, 436. And the last one, 786, 504. 1.9, 3, 3.6, 24. Never did come out to fight. Alright. So that's it for them. Yeah, Chopo and Zippo and Chopo. Alright, let's look at these reports real fast. Should have made it 2 separate videos, but I went ahead and starred some of them so we wouldn't have to look all for them. Yeah, this was me. Oh, they are highly prone to temple attacks. If you go attack the temple, they care a lot. They will go and defend their temples. That's how I got some of them to come off and come over. I'm just gonna go over the starred ones. This is me hitting a trap house. Okay. First, I'm going to show you the trap house. This is how you want to set up your trap house. He's got a really thin top layer. You got the ground, heavier on the range, a light mount, a light siege. See, it goes heavier on the range than a light ground, light mount, light siege. And he keeps that pattern going. Light mount, heavy range, siege. And you see the same pattern all the way down. Now at the bottom, what do you think he's got? Mount. So you hit mount, you need to hit mount with mount. But now to hit that mount, you gotta go through all that range. So he's created a impossibility. Well, not impossibility, but for solo, it's really hard. And he also got reinforced range. Seems impossible, right? Not too much. It's how you do it. You want to take siege. Now the trick is your siege needs to be dead before they reach the bottom. So you do that by lowering the amount of seeds you have. So I lowered my seeds down. Sent 4,000. 10,000. What was that? 11,000. 12,000. 5,000. I was sent more than that. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. And what did it kill? Range. Good siege. So I was basically trying to eat his top. I ate his siege up. He didn't have much siege, but I ate the siege that he did have up. And because he had such a low amount of siege, that's why I had to send such a low amount of siege. Now, had he had this siege a little thicker, I could have sent more, and we could have played with bigger numbers. And he had a little blowback onto his mount. Alright. Mostly, what I was doing was removing the siege out of the mine, because of the way the battle mechanics work. So when it finished the siege, it went back up here and started on the range. What happened? Took out some there. And that must have been. And the rest fell into those little bit of pieces here and there. But it didn't touch his 13s. And then I played around with them for a long time, trying to hone my skill and get a better numbers. Just see me, I sit here and I play with the numbers, and I'm working them. So like here was 3.1 million positive. And he kept, well, he kept healing. Because the worst thing he could have done was not heal that siege and left that range open for me. But I'm going to show y'all what I did. So I kept that same pattern going for about an hour. And I kept playing with the numbers. I got 3.5, 3.2, 3.5. Here I went 2.5 or 1.6. Look at it, he started getting reinforcements. That didn't stop me, it just means I had to change my numbers. I got 0.9 here. Now he had a lot of reinforcements, so I had to reevaluate my numbers. Here I broke down and I wanted to try range, seeing if I could do it with range. Now look at it, he got 8 million reinforcements. I still broke positive. I got 0.2 on the top and another 3 on the bottom. So I was 500,000 positive. But I'm going to show y'all the numbers I use for range. So I did 700 T15s. 1,000 14s, 1,000 13s, 1,000 12s, 25 11s, Yeah. 200 nines. Ooh, and I skipped tens. I mess up sometimes. That was my fault. But alright, I lifted it here. So now we're at 0.2 and another half. So we're almost $500,000. Still at range. He's still got 8 million reinforcements. They're scattering around trying to figure out why. I got 10 on the top. 5, 10, 3. Alright, here I go. I went to 11. It didn't do me no good, but and down here, I actually went positive on the 9s. I went a lot positive on the 8s. Yeah. Now look what I was hitting into. But you gotta understand the reason that it worked. Because he did thin layers. Range attacks at a distance. I'm betting he has mount speed on because he's running the T1 trap. Part of running a T1 trap, you have to put mount speed on to the keep. So I took advantage of that, and his mounts ran out in front of everything. So I killed off all the mounts with the range by taking advantage of what I knew he was doing. Let's look at his reinforcements. I mean, they're there. They're huge. Most of them just didn't see any combat, except the ones I killed. I just filleted all the horses. Yeah, those are the reinforcers. Yeah, I know I do my 1-1-1 defense. I made a couple little points off of it. Alright, here's one. I went 0.6 and then a 1 point that. 2.1. 8 million. Same thing, Siege just wiped. Siege came and wiped all his Siege. Because Siege attacks at a distance. So the T1 mount does no good against a light attack of Siege. Just like the reinforcements for the most part don't do any good either. The only thing they could do would be send big Siege. If they do big Siege, I got a strategy to counteract that, which you'll see because somebody did it later on. I'm trying to get to that report. I started welling on them when they decided to change it up. I lost this one because, like I said, I got greedy and I started upping the numbers. It's a slow game. You have to go small because if you send too many, You have to die before you reach the horses, or it doesn't work. You have to understand that logic. I sent too many troops, so they made it to the bottom. I came back to make up for it. So I lowered my troops. Everything went good again. Alright, now I'm wanting to find that big report. I try to go big on the range. Is this where I noticed? No. Yeah, this is where I noticed it. This guy pumped me in some siege, which it is the right way to counter this, but then there's a way to counter the counter. And they started taking some massive damage, and they started taking some bigger damage once they countered me. You see, I countered the counter, because when he sent siege, well, then I was able to increase my siege because I knew they wouldn't make it to the bottom. So I went to attack the siege that was sent to stop me. He gave up points sending that siege. Yeah. I think he did it again too. They ended up tricking me one time and they pulled it. Did it again. Yeah. Popped him again. I think it was this guy. He just didn't understand what I was doing. He sent more siege. More than the time before. So I got my raping clothes out. Point two. Air. I lost. I went big siege. I think homeboy did something to a siege. They wasn't there, but they were there. So that's the end of it. But I hope that helps you get a better understanding on how to hit the trap houses. I can't stand them. And if everybody understands how to hit them, maybe they'll lose their effectiveness and less people start using them. So share the information. Tell everybody what channel you heard it on. There ain't nobody else told this. But you know my stuff's always exclusive. But hey, for real, thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. See you.